Everyone, my name is Erin Scott. I'm a school counselor. So today I'm going to show you how to make your virtual school counseling office and how it can be interactive so that when kids click on things, it will take them to other links or resources. So we are going to make this in Google Slides. I'm going to move a little bit quickly because I want to squeeze everything in, but you can also pause this video at any time. So in Google, we find all of our resources over here in our waffle is what we call it. So we're going to click on slides because that's where we're going to make our office. So I'm going to start with a completely blank slide, but I also have my finished virtual office that I've been using pulled up too. So I'm just going to show you this really quickly to kind of give you the end result of where we want to get to. So you can see this is me drinking my coffee in my office. And if you hover over anything and it turns to the little click finger, that means that students can click on it in order to go somewhere. So if you clicked on this, it would take you to a breathing exercise about counting breaths. And then if you exit that, it will take you right back to our virtual office. So I'm going to close out of that. I'm going to show you how we can get here. So if we go back to our blank slide, we want to start with a completely blank canvas. So I'm just clicking to delete those. And all of your resources are going to be found in this little toolbar here. So we're going to start by creating our office background. So we're going to click on background. And obviously you can change it any color you'd like, but we want it to be an image. So you have some options here. You can find something that's on your computer already. Just make sure that you've cleared the rights to it so it's free to use in any non-commercial setting, because that's what we're going to want to use. But if we use our Google image search, it actually does that filter for us already, so that's pretty nice. So I'm going to do room, background, floor, and wall. Part of what you're going to learn is just those keywords of searching and how changing the wording of things will help you find different images. But that's all just kind of trial and error on your part. So you can see we have a bunch of empty rooms, some not so empty, some of them not so cute. So we're just going to go with this first one because it looks like a pretty good blank canvas. So when I click on it, and then I'll click insert and done, and you can see it has set it as my background. So even if I click, it's not moving anywhere. So we're going to start adding some objects to our office. So if you go up here to our toolbar again, you're going to see insert image. So I'm going to click there. And if you have anything that you want to insert from your computer, you can do that. But I am going to search the web. So for my Google images, I am going to start with a desk. But the thing that you need to type in first is your keyword of transparent background. And what that is going to do, it is going to make sure that your images don't have that white box around them. So you're going to be able to put things in and have them just blend seamlessly into your office. So if I'm going to look for my transparent background desk, so you'll see, and I'll move myself out of the way so we can see better. You can see some different desks options. And some of them, look more cartoony. Some of them look more real. So it's kind of depending on what your style is. But again, you can add other words to this. Like maybe I want a wooden desk. Maybe that'll give me more of what I'm looking for. Yeah, these look pretty good. I'll do this one. And you can just click it and insert it, or you can drag it over like I just did. And then you can resize to fit in your room. And don't worry if it kind of hangs over a little bit, because once you're in present mode, you're only going to see what's in the edges. However, let me show you a quick trick. If you want to crop something easily, all you need to do is double click on it and see how it added those black edges. If you drag any of those corners, it gives you a quick crop. So see how it took away that, and then you hit enter and the image is cropped. So now automatically, if I make it bigger or smaller, it's without that little section right there. So that's how you're going to insert your image, but you can also do different options. So if we go to our top and go to format options, we have our size and our rotation. So You can make it a little bigger. You can flip it. You can rotate. Maybe I want to sit on this side of my desk. Maybe I want to be upside down. But those are some options for moving it around. There's also the position, which will move it bit by bit to one way or another. One that I just discovered was the recolor option, which is pretty cool. So maybe you don't like this brown color. Maybe I want a black desk. And it just kind of changes the color of it, which is pretty cool. Now, other adjustments that you can make, like you can make it more transparent. You can make it brighter, but unless you're being a ghost, maybe we don't really want it to be that transparent. So let's show you this. So here's where our desk is. Now I'm going to add a chair because I need a chair for my. So transparent background chair. So these look pretty good. If maybe I didn't like what I said, I could put desk chair, I could office chair, wooden chair, whatever it is, to kind of try to tailor down to what I'm exactly looking for. So I'm going to put this one in. I just dragged it over. So here's the problem. This chair is huge, obviously, and I'm going to make it smaller. But if you moved it over, it's in front of my desk, and I don't want that. And it's also facing the wrong way. So this is when we're changing the order of objects in our office. So it's always going to put your newest item in the very front. So what I need to do is send this to the back. So I'm going to right click, and when I right click, it comes up with these options. And you can see we also have the rotate and the moving on this one, but order is the one you want to go to. So I'm going to send it all the way to the back. Now you can just send it one spot backwards if I had more stuff in my office, but for me, I want it all the way in the back, behind everything else. And then I can see I can still move my desk, but really I need to rotate my chair still. I don't want to crop it. I want to right click it, and I want to rotate, and I want to flip it horizontally so I'm facing this way. Still a little bit big, so let's just make my desk bigger. Make this a little bit bigger, make my chair a little bit smaller, and there we go. So now, if you want to put yourself into here, you need to have a Bitmoji of yourself, and you create that on the app on your phone, and then you get the extension for Chrome in order to add that to any documents. So there's lots of tutorials on that already, but I'm just going to assume that you have a Bitmoji and the extension, and if you click up here, you will find all different options of yourself, and you can also search. So maybe I just want to be drinking my coffee like I had in my other office, and you can see there's so many options about that. Maybe I just want to be lounging with my coffee in my office. So I'm going to click and drag her over here. So I'm going to have her off to the side, lounging, drinking coffee. You know, you can shrink this way. Ooh, that made her a little deformed. Let's shrink her this way and make her lean against the side. But maybe I wanted her sitting in this chair. And again, see how she would be on top of the desk. We need to do that same thing with ordering. And this time we don't want to send her all the way to the back. We just want to send her behind that desk. So just send backwards. And you would see that she is behind the desk, but in front of the chair. But I don't want her back there right now because she's going to be drinking her coffee over here on the side. So now I'm going to show you how to make something interactive. So how you can have those clickable links. So maybe I want to put a marker on my desk that will link you to a website for free coloring because everybody loves coloring. So again, we want to do our transparent background, and I'm going to do marker. So I'm going to look at our options, and I think I like this one. So I'm going to either click and insert, or like I said, you can always drag. And I'm going to make it small so that it looks like a normal size marker on my desk. All right, now here's the key for making them clickable. Right here, you have that little chain link. That is how you make something linked to another site. Now make sure you're clicked on the object you want to link, and then this is where you're going to paste your link that you want to use. So I have my online free coloring up here. I'm going to copy and paste, and I'm going to go to the marker link, and I'm going to paste that right there. Click apply. So now you can see when I'm still in my editing mode, if I click here, it'll show below. But once they're in present mode, that box won't show up. It'll just, when they click, it'll take them right there. one last thing I want to show you just real quick is to have an actual whiteboard where you can write messages. It's simply just a text box. So if you go up here, this little T with a box is your text box. So you can draw that shape on your wall here, and then these are your options to edit your text box. So if I want it to be a whiteboard, I will fill it in with white. If I want to have like a frame on it to make it look more realistic like a whiteboard, I'll change the weight of the border so that I want 8-point font because that looks more realistic. You can also change the color of your border. And then when you go to type, you're just going to type right into it. So I'm going to put welcome, and you can change the font here. Like I like the one like permanent marker. That way it looks like I just wrote on my whiteboard. If you feel like you're missing something along here, like I want to be able to center it, I can go to the more dots and see this is where I can line things up. So I'm going to line up everything so it's nice and centered. Now maybe I want to make it so when you click this writing, it takes you somewhere too. See how we have our insert link again? If you click it this time, see how it has the option for your text and your link? So this is what it's actually going to say when you're looking at it. This will be what it links to. So if you accidentally put your website up here, it's going to show up the whole website on there. But if you put your link down here, it'll just say welcome, but it'll be able to click on it. So let's just say I want to put this kids meditation in there. So I'm going to copy and paste. I'm going to paste it in there, apply again, and see how it now made it a hyperlink. That's going to link us to that website. So that is kind of the basics of adding things to your office. Now, if you notice back in my office, I have an appointment form, and I'm going to do a separate tutorial on how to link an appointment form using Google Forms into your office so that students can make an appointment to talk to you. So I'll make a separate tutorial on that because we need to go over a little bit more in Google Forms also. But let's test out our office, make sure our links work. So I put it in present mode, and I can click on my marker. And look, it takes me to my coloring page like I wanted to. Let's click on my welcome. And it takes me to that YouTube video too. So that's how you get the basics for your virtual office. I'm going to make, like I said, a tutorial on making your appointment forms. And I'm also going to make another tutorial on the best way to share your Google Office, because obviously the important thing about having the virtual office is so that students can access it and access you. So I'm going to make a separate video on how to share your office. So if you have any questions, please let me know. I'll put my email address right here, bmscott@carolk12.org. Not the best font for that, but feel free, if you have any questions on making your virtual office, to just email me and I can help you out. Thank you.